Today, SpaceX rockets return from space and land vertically, like something out of a sci-fi movie. They carry astronauts to the International Space Station, launch satellites, and build a global internet network. But this wasn't always the case. This is a story of failure, risk, and revolution. This is the story of SpaceX. Chapter 1. The Birth of a Dream. It all began with what many called a ridiculous idea. In 2001, Elon Musk, who had just sold PayPal and become a multimillionaire, started wondering, why had humanity stopped dreaming about going to Mars? He even tried to buy a rocket from Russia. But negotiations failed. Russian rockets were too expensive and unreliable. So Elon decided, I'll build my own rocket. In May 2002, he founded Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, SpaceX. The ultimate goal? To make space travel affordable and one day, to make humanity a multi-planetary species. Chapter 2. Pioneers on the Edge. The early years. SpaceX began as a tiny startup. Elon Musk invested $100 million of his own money. The first engineers worked insane hours, sometimes sleeping at the office. Their first rocket, Falcon 1, a small two-stage launcher named after the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. Launch operations took place on a remote island called Omelek, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, far from civilization, with supplies and fuel brought by boat and plane. Everything had to be built from scratch. Chapter 3. The Falcon 1 Failures. In 2006, SpaceX attempted their first launch. Seconds after liftoff, engine failure. The rocket exploded. Second launch, 2007. Closer but still a failure. Third attempt in 2008, another crash. SpaceX was running out of money. Elon was nearly broke. The team was exhausted. They had enough parts for one last rocket. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. It was the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to do so. That single success saved the company. Chapter 4. NASA's Contract. A new era begins. Later that year, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract to deliver cargo to the International Space Station using a new, larger rocket, Falcon 9, and a capsule called Dragon. In 2010, Falcon 9 launched successfully for the first time. In 2012, the Dragon capsule became the first private spacecraft to dock with the ISS and return safely to Earth. This was proof private spaceflight could match and even surpass what only governments had done before. Chapter 5. The Reusability Revolution. Next, Elon set an even bolder goal: reusable rockets. In traditional spaceflight, rockets are disposable, like throwing away a plane after one flight. Everyone said it was impossible. But in 2015, SpaceX did the unthinkable. A Falcon 9 first stage landed vertically on a drone ship at sea. Since then, SpaceX has reused rockets dozens of times, cutting launch costs dramatically and reshaping the industry forever. Chapter 6. Crewed Missions. In 2020, SpaceX launched 2 NASA astronauts to the ISS aboard Crew Dragon, the first crewed mission from US soil since the Space Shuttle retired in 2011. Then in 2021 came Inspiration 4, the first all-civilian orbital mission. No professional astronauts on board, just ordinary people. Space was no longer just for government agencies. It was becoming accessible to everyone. Chapter 7: Starlink and Global Expansion. SpaceX isn't just about rockets. In 2019, the company began launching Starlink, a global satellite internet project. Tens of thousands of satellites are now in orbit, aiming to provide fast, reliable internet to remote and underserved areas. Starlink is more than a tech service. It's a funding engine for the company's ultimate mission, Mars. Chapter 8: Starship: The Road to Mars. In 2019, Elon Musk unveiled the prototype of Starship, a stainless steel mega rocket capable of carrying over 100 tons of cargo and eventually up to 100 passengers. Its test program was explosive, literally. Early versions blew up during landing attempts, but each test brought progress. In 2023 and 2024, Starship completed its first full-stack orbital flights, and now it's being developed for NASA's Artemis missions to the Moon. But its true purpose is far bigger: Mars. Final chapter: 2025 and beyond, opening the cosmos. As of 2025, SpaceX is launching rockets nearly every week. Falcon 9 is the most reliable rocket in the world. Starlink is connecting millions. Starship is in full development. And the dream of Mars is no longer science fiction. It's becoming strategy. The story of SpaceX is a reminder that crazy ideas, driven by purpose and passion, can change the world. From a failing startup to a space giant, this is what happens when you never give up. If this story inspired you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments, do you think humans will reach Mars in your lifetime?